I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust?
Revelio?
And see what details the field guide can provide. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
We're quite fortunate.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I'll always go to the magic meet. I've upset to Madame Green one too many times now. She won't soon be welcoming me back to Dogwood and Death House.
If I had to pick one trust, it would be Glad Rag. Mr. Hill is always very helpful, don't you find?
What? Oh my blood, my mother said. From her side, at least. I don't find potions bearable at all. And if it's double potions, I question whether I wouldn't just rather be a muggle.
As far as I can see, the only potion worth learning is Crimson Drum. Best time for the history of magic.
Have you ever noticed in potions that they get in a particular corner almost always really much the cauldron? One that quite disconcerting, and Sharp doesn't even raise an eyebrow. Yes, I've got one method too many, and I get the stare of the battle.
You know it does help a lot while you're stirring.
Do you happen to have any Valerian twigs? I really wanted to have a go at the forgetfulness potion. Only, I can't remember where I put mine.
I can't wait until I'm a 6th year. Then I won't have to waste my time with herbology anymore. I miss Professor Garlick fine.
Can't seem to get the smell of dragonborn out of my robes after that last quality class. I suppose it's better than stink time, but not by much.
I wouldn't bother yourself about that. If I were you, I'd be more inclined to acquire myself some Bubbertuber Plus. I'm sure Garlick could point you in the right direction. Then get that complexion and better fettle. Do you think Elizabeth would like a fanged geranium? They're beautiful and terrifying. A bit like her.
Perhaps we can look after herbology and show you how I'm supposed to react in with the soil. I'm sure Garlic wouldn't mind if I was the broom.
Obviously, the best greenhouses form the most dangerous plant.
I'll trade you a seed worth of flubberworm music for a proper pot. I set an anonymous howler to Duncan Hobhouse last year because he kept leaving his dirty clothes all over the dormitory. You should have seen the look on his face. I always thought an owl and Diagon Alley. Went for the cat instead. Odd-coloured eye and quite appealed to me. I need to catch up on my letter writing. I think my owl's getting cobwebs.
Why would you better spend some less thought to the questions about Hogwarts? Harry helps you when you start to realize this.
We do get nervous when the owls fly into the great kitchen. It's bound to crash into it eventually. Yes, it is.
You ever wondered how owls know where to live their lives? I just asked them.
I'd like to say that, but I have no one to write to. In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish. Professor Knight seems so logical. I don't understand how she believes the things she teaches.
Well, it's certainly a true While I don't always agree with them, I admire your view.
Also, since that was one of the kind of hot notes about. Half the time I get the blame and Hector has no feeling about I would tell about her colleague who's as friendly as Griffin. I put my hand up and said we had a Griffin come by our street once and tried to get our rabbit. My sister had to run out after it, throwing stones till it flew off.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Levioso!
So, now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This must be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner. You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
If only all my students would have together.
Protego. Case things.
Levioso!
I do enjoy library duel. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the Clock Tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me! I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Accio! Now, think of this like... Very good! Splendid! That's it! Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
Accio!
Very good.
Here we go.
composure.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio!
Nicely done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Splendid!
Be sharp. Phew. Quite impressive. Watch this. Yes!
Accio!
That's it! Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronen.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronen. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a Streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronen did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronen will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder whether... Accio. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I was always in trouble, I was.
Hello, looking for me?
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes. I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect. I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest, hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be... side of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear.
Huh?
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Huh? Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and...
a new wand?
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Merlin's blooming beard. Not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new 5th-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core, 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Levioso and Stupefy combined.
Hogsmeade gone to the jug box. Nothing warms a body like incendio.
Practices of the dark
I'm certainly grateful to be part of a cure. I've never met someone who could brew a more potent drink of despair.
to know where they got their magic. Dark.
I met a girl once. Looked like an inferior.
Anyone can run a shop if they inherited it.
One never knows when society will come.
Hello.
Oh, come in! Come in! Welcome to Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly! Why aren't you studying to be an Auror? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the Ministry, and I'm here, thriving. Absolutely thriving. But look at you. Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
I'm not sure what you mean, but I'm quite all right as I am.
Some are going for that muggle with consumption, sort of death becomes me allure. But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia when you have magic. Why don't you spend a moment choosing how you'd like to look? You can change your hair too if you'd like.
I should be going now. Thank you.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here. Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, see in it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want, when you want. Let's have a look. If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Find myself scurrying.
You don't ever want to find yourself in the pocket of one who knows the cruciatus curse.
My father always... wandered the ring. Mind you, it was never the same after it was attacked by a drone.
Is the new reversal hex really so sinister?
One never knows. Thrown into the midst of unrest.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Ah, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you, then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds? Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
Flipendo might seem like harmless fun, but not when you've done that.
Ah, I have everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favourite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today is the day I finally pick one.
Are we weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We have to wear him down!
Protego!
What was that?
I was trying to beat him at his own game.
Arresto momentum! I like it! Do more of it!
Descendo!
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Oh, hello there. A moment, if you would.
I will see what he wants.
Reparo. Lucky they didn't do more damage. For Officer Singer to worry about. Reparo. There. Good as new. Reparo.
We were just talking about you.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. I would say that we, and you in particular, have earned at least one butterbeer. Shall we head to the Three Broomsticks?
Sounds like a good idea.
Wonderful. Just down this way then.
I sell even more battle-worthy items, should you be inclined. You're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
On second thought, I'd rather be the one.
Unforgivable character. To do it. A couple of tools or do work of any kind.
My advice when dealing with untoward matters is in for a canasta, in for a galleon. No one catering to her every whim.
It's a good thing we have orders. It's all How is standing behind a till counting in knots of sickles considered work? I console myself knowing that Sire Solar is more unstable. I didn't harm the magic needle. Never mind much to buy. I try not to judge what others do in their They'll be asking for favours around the corner.
Have you had our house elf in the kitchen? My little one, prancing about the kitchen with a wooden spoon the other day. Casting away, prancing about the kitchen with a wooden spoon the other day. Casting away the siblings he was to keep them in check.
That's what the authorities are for, they said.
I imagine one day.
Wonder how I get on working as a referee for professional Quidditch matches. Is it Wingardium Leviosa makes light work, I always say.
I told my nieces I'd be my grandmother's silver conference, whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. They've taken to checking in on me weekly, which is very nice, of course. I'd say it's a bit too soon.
That said, I'd stand before a grapple magic heap.
Never find much to buy
anything if I put my mind to it.
My children and my husband, for that matter, know not to press me too much. I'm not to abuse it.
The secret is do the hard work first, and then the easy bits take care of themselves.
It's as though Professor Bid's dreams
That young Otto Dibble at Gladrax does seem an...
My poor Susan was once the victim of a hidden project.
Hasn't quite found his stride.
Being regarded as a bit too hairy-hearted for my taste.
We would have done.
I sometimes stop into Madame Snelling's just to see how Calliope has done her hair that day. She's brilliantly creative,
The Ministry's good work.
though possibly somewhat impractical.
Have you so enjoyed the day when the children are back at Hogwarts? Give the village a joyous buzz to it.
Get the ready-made potions, of course. But do like the charm of my potion.
Muggle money makes no sense to me at all.
But there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing a hand over.
It'd be good old-fashioned galleons and sickles any day.
Feathers in her quills.
Tried to have a chat with Ellie Peck the other day. Needed some moon camphor. Very nice young lady, but could I get her to stop talking about whoopers and diricals?
Conjure this, conjure that.
Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out if anyone ever knew how to keep muddles out, it was Henry.
Simply horrible, the things I've heard muggles do to women they think are witches.
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trace at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone a wand.
Dave, are you able to take a holiday somewhere? I heard that the Black family, as in Phineas Knight, jealous Black, decapitates.
I know someone who broke with three households. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
Children are no exception. First thing I taught them was how to brew Wiggenweld potion.
Well, you know, one thing for certain, you can't blame the students for leaving the castle at every opportunity. That headmaster is a most cantankerous chap.
Relief washes over me the moment I've returned from London. Being amongst so many muggles is exhausting. At least I think for their safety and mine.
If something threatens me, first thing I cast is power.
One thing is the other.
Kept having to tell my mother that it wasn't the same as astrology.
Suit anything I wanted. Good brain. That's what the teachers would do. I'd take up her biology.
My children are beginning to trade my bomb for chunky cabbage in China.
I left Gladwell's last week with 4 new
I'd stand before a grapple for them.
I do wish goblins have been running Gringotts since his bricks were laid.
They'll be asking for favours round the clock. Stepped in.
When I need to
As a boy, my headmaster cancelled punishing, really.
my nerves, then dog reading
Apart
death
from
cap.
those lucky enough to have a witch or wizard in the family, the muggle world has never truly realised we exist.
I don't know what the students would do without
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this here. Chunky cabbage in China.
I can't imagine how muggles get by without magic. Almost makes me feel a bit guilty.
My Hogwarts uniform still fits.
We treated our household quite well. She had her own chauffeurs. They were in the cellar, but you could still see they were her
One shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
It's a good thing we have auras. Have any of you been by Calliope Snelling's lately? Does wonders for one's image to have a styling done by her.
One to see for the handmill dragon in history.
Any suggestion?
That is the path of a leader.
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready.
My plan is to have enough galleons one day that I don't have to work at all. I shall spend my days baking treacle tart in the garden.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get lost.
I shouldn't think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me. And sometimes I have...
I do trust Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion.
Never trust a man.
I don't know when students began arriving by the flying carriage to Hogwarts, but I left Gladwell's last week with 4 new hats when I only went in for 3.
Expelliarmus can disarm a dark wizard, no doubt. But
There's not many don't fear me.
magic always makes me feel a bit guilty.
I'm well pleased to count in my shop. I'd love a job at Gringotts if I didn't have to take one of those rickety carts round.
I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Bell, but I never understand his fixation with muggles.
But I shall leave to the muggles.
Robin Gauls was the sort of flamer and backer.
I think I might
I'm questioning anyone teaching defense against dark arts. That comes out of the council perspective. I don't know why it seems like an answer but somebody just has a head up like a knife.
I think Professor Weasley
I saw Hogwarts campaign one day in Sweden.
some of the new students.
Would think he was captain of the Chucky Cannons.
I adore living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I sometimes go about Black Lake. See if I can spot the elusive.
I'm well squid counting money. I'd love a job at Gringotts if I didn't have to take one of those rickety carts around the place. Nearly vomited first time I rode one.
Anyone can run a shop if they inherited it.
We've got dark wizards these days that make everything evil look like you're the oddball.
I wouldn't mind a job at that alchemy centre in Egypt. Obviously, good at potions and fun. Seems like a choice to me.
Indispensable. I'd be surprised. Not to worry. I'll put my mind to it. Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Devrim in a while.
Don't know when students began arriving on flying carriage to Hogwarts, but after that dragon attack, I wagered they'll stick to boats and trains.
Had you had a house elf in the kitchen?
Professor at Hogwarts could charm the students.
If I had a nut for every crap all I chased off.
Nice change.
Do feel a bit safer when he's around.
Stand before a crap hole.
If any dark wizards come around Hogwarts,
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
Those of us who were raised properly can pick up after ourselves. We don't need a house elf to do it.
The herbology professor at Hogwarts could charm the scales off a dragon.
Still, she has always been quite the reader.
And she's quite useful when you have a question.
After that dragon attack, I wagered they'll stick to boats and trains.
Ellie Peck certainly knows her beasts. Stopping from blindly behind
upon house
it was Nerfler for...
Expelliarmus can disarm a dark wizard, no doubt. But then...
No one putting on airs and graces over a pint of butterbeer? Not like they do with the Three Broomsticks.
I was looking for it possible to find children and well.
Hengist of Woodcroft certainly knew how to plan a city.
Copy for me before the next one, I reckon. Time. I need to look scared.
Look on poltergeists I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory, but it's marvellous.
I do trust Augustus Hill's army when it comes to...
I simply pretend.
I so enjoyed chatting to Thomas Brown that I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols.
I was in there the other
Perhaps
day,
it's the
nearly lost
antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious dins.
I think we can all agree that the Muggles lack in that.
Friendliest establishment in our village, the Hogshead Inn.
I think we're getting pushing the boundaries from Hogwarts to...
Just the other day, I heard him talking a woman out simply horrible. That all the children, which is features.
It's been ages since I've been up to the castle myself. It'd be lovely to visit Hogwarts again, but not while they have that old curmudgeon as headmaster.
Should stick to fighting amongst themselves if you ask me.
When I can.
I question anyone teaching defense against the dark arts. Why?
A full day's work clears the mind, I say.
I've always thought that if the four founders had got on better, Hogwarts wouldn't have fostered such intense house rivalries.
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands.
In my house,
Work.
with no choice.
I do wonder that more families don't have house elves. They do seem to enjoy the work.
So many muggles.
I wonder if they'll ever find that golden snitch and bottoming wall.
Student who's just come from history of magic.
The sort who flame her own mother.
Drains the life out of them with his droning monologues on goblin rebellions.
I've died in your house, and I can say that the experience would have been much more pleasant had you had a house elf in the kitchen.
The herbology professor at Hogwarts can charm the scales off a dragon.
I think I've heard
I wonder what her favourite flower is.
Tried to have a chat with Ellie Peck the other day.
I don't know about centaurs, but there has been a dragon in the history worth losing a head.
My mother used to say I was lazy. So much about my chores, she said. Her own fault for teaching me
I so rarely see any of the Hogwarts professors about the village. Do you? Perhaps they need
What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
Historically speaking, there's never been a team that could have sworn I saw
I must say, I admire Serena Ryan, the way she welcomes all types into the Three Broomsticks. So rare to see goblins. I dare say the most charming thing about Hogsmeade is its distinct lack of muggles.
You would have done.
That man is a saint.
Nothing warms a body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say at the week.
I'd imagine she was organising spellcraft.
Glad to live in Hogsmeade, not one of those provincial hamlets. Shady lot working about most of the time. Hogsfield is
If you work all day with your hands, you're no better than a muggle.
utterly dreadful.
after he was attacked by
I'm the fastest
I had plenty of opportunities to do anything I wanted.
Mine will used to threaten us with
What the teachers would say.
I want a beer if we didn't behave. Or so right, I swear she took some herself last night.
If I thought I could
School's taken down at the midnight. She insists it's a stage it's going through, but I should be keeping my
When I was a student at Hogwarts, my
Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out my daughter was a witch.
astrology. Well, she was very disappointed when I couldn't help her with a horoscope.
If I had a nut for every grapple I
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
the friendliest establishment in our village is the Hogshead Inn.
Your life question successful teaching defense against dark arts. Why take such an interest?
Organ the Fae got an unearned reputation, if you ask me.
That all the children would be
If you work all day with your hands, you're no better than a muggle.
Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses.
Have any of you been by Calliope Wonderful ones in the diving done by her.
To pursue anything I wanted with brain. That's what the teachers would say.
In my days.
If I thought I could complete this story, I don't know. On second thought, I'd rather be the one shooting in the fire and physically the
Fortune raises one in anger.
Much as they trust me, I'm a bit sad my last one's heading to Hogwarts.
Like a wizard.
I don't mind the one without magic.
Master. I'm lucky to have her.
The way my children play sometimes I go, the less they see the mark.
Did you know they call muggles budgets in America? Just saying it out loud tickles me.
A sleeping draft of me would cry. Proper day's work, nice sleep like a baby baby.
My children are beginning on my last
Poor
nerve.
Mr. Ollivander seems to spend more time cleaning up his shop from Eric's wand cast than actually selling the things exhausted all the time. I should pour myself a fire whiskey the minute I get home and bask in the glorious peace of a child.
I'm a bit sad my last one's heading to Hogwarts.
That young Potter Dibble Blackbacks does seem nervous.
First they're teaching students Jesus. Next thing
What I like about Jasper Trent is that he's shifty as a ninja, and you can tell him that to his face.
teaching students Jesus. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses.
Being among so many muggles is exhausting. Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
Stop leaving their tracks and stupid like that. Or just run across.
I don't think anyone in the will be worth the day in their life.
Being laid out for birth. No one in our school or classes. Everything is service, isn't it?
looking for the other day at Cones and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his info.
Hard work and good luck go hand in hand. And your child.
I needed fur when she knew that what I needed was Niffler fur. In Bodmin Moor.
Not much of the dark arts that frightens me as long as I have no one. Practices of the dark arts should stick to fighting amongst themselves, if you ask me. With 4 new hats when I only went in for
You can stop a thief in their tracks. Selection is impressive, of course, but I prefer the convenience and safety.
I used to help out at the Three Broomsticks when I was younger. What a bit of a good thing for you. Character.
Godric Gryffindor was the greatest genius in history.
I'm not sure muggles appreciate
Muggle money makes no sense to me at all. I think we're getting a lot more trade from the Hogwarts students this year, what with Quidditch being happening.
Less poison and
Poor children. I have a terrible
He did some moon transfer. Very nice young lady.
I am certainly glad Sirona was there.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.
What ho?
I like sitting around the
There's
fire and
something in there. I just know it.
Do you think
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
My older brothers were awful.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver! Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
If only a new student were to help me with my saddle. Might some kind soul help me?
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
If only a new student were to help me with my study. Might some kind soul help?
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said. Oh, that's class, that is.
If only a new student were
Sometimes I really
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed wands, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Confringo!
Don't try winning that.
Accio! Lumos!
Act like a winner!
Levioso! Levioso! Accio! Potato!
Expulso!
That's all you've got! Lumos! Levioso!
Mind the one!
You're better than that!
Expulso!
Levioso! Potato!
Some big hits that round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Come on. Protego.
I'm the one!
Levioso.
Leviosa.
Descendo.
Okay, give him what for!
Lumos.
Expelliarmus!
Levioso. There goes my way.
Arresto Momentum!
Accio.
Descendo! You're better than that!
Accio.
Arresto Momentum! Some big hits that round.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
Good one!
Levioso.
Nicely done!
Levioso.
Keep trying! Next time, perhaps!
Levioso. Accio.
Excellent form! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
some kind soul help me? If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you, and...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Incendio! Incendio!
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself. Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Might some kind soul help me?
Hello there.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this portkey.
A portkey? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Revelio.
We must remain unseen. Still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small, project.
Might some kind soul help me?
Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Accidentally levitated from
Oi! Can you help me?
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752!
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a Boot or the Minister a Flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a Boot, and he says it's a Flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Good thing Professor Weasley takes the role seriously. Black.
Everyone knows you can't